beauty at its best and decided to shoot his shot, and this time he was lucky enough to hit the jackpot. They kicked it off instantly and grew closer to each other daily. Eventually, they decided to commit to each other, and it was the start to another love story. It's just a old time dream. Cream. Never intervene when I face my speed. I've been working so hard trying to chase my dreams, and life got me, so I keep my spirit. If you steal my peace, I'm gonna make you bleed. Shorty got the eyes and she looking fine. She hit me on the line and it's time and like she be working steady 9 to 5. She got that bag, you can think she alive. I know she mad, but she keep me alive. And she's spicy, she really a vibe.
If you hear me, just put a one in the chat. If you're hearing me, telling me, please tell me what you're hearing and put a one in the chat. Yeah, you're about to kick it off. If you come in and you're hearing me, just put a one in the chat. Tell me if you're hearing the audio is good. Let me know.
So I don't mind anything that she wants, cause she's so fine. I need to understand that my seed is all planned, and that I go past all these other just a old time dream and a old time sleep.
Yeah, let's vibe into K1 old time. Go check the brother out there, man. The single is out. K1. Go and check it out, man. Yeah. You're here with me. Hi, John. Come on, let's kick it off. Kick it off. Let's go. Yeah. Gonna start this thing pretty soon. Just gonna give people time to shop here, man. So yeah.
Ah, boy, here we go again. Another fairy tale. Once upon a time, there was supposed to be a lovely couple, Kiwan and Shadia. He gave her all that she would ever need, and she did the same.
If you're seeing me clear,
So
if you're hearing me,
she
just in
found
the
she was
chat.
living two lives, and she was only using him for personal gains, apparently. He immediately cut all ties with her and tried to get her to leave, but his parents refused to let that happen. They loved her so much, he told them everything he found out she was doing, and they believed him not one bit. They refused to let him chase her out, so he decided to leave. But let's fast forward. As time went by, he started to believe in love again. He saw beauty at its best and decided to shoot his shot, and this time he was lucky enough to hit the jackpot. They kicked it off instantly and grew closer to each other daily. Eventually, they decided to commit to each other, and it was the start to another love story. It's just an old time dream, old time sleep, old time shorty with that off-white cream. Never intervene when I face my speed. I've been working so hard trying to chase my dreams, and that's not me, so I keep my spirit. If you steal my peace, I'm gonna make you bleed. Shorty got the eyes and she looking fine. She hit me on the line and at the same time, like she be working steady 9 to 5. She got that bag, you can think she alive. I know she mad, but she keep me alive. And she's spicy, she really a vibe. She think about you all the I know she's smart, so I keep her in the tech. She kinda messy, so I always double check. She got money, I got money, maybe we connected just like an old time dream, old time steaming, old time shorty with that off-white cream. Never intervene when I face my speed. I've been working so hard trying to chase my dreams, and life got real, so I keep my steering. You steal my peace, I'm gonna make you bleed. and she looking fine. She keep me on the line and I'm at the same time. Yeah. Confirmation always never hurt. She plays a part and she know what she's worth. She got a calm mind, so I don't mind anything that she wants, cause she's so fine. Yeah, I need to understand that my seed is all planned, and that I go past all these other gentlemen. Time dreaming, old time scheming.
Yeah. Welcome if you're listening to me here now. Just rocking with the vibes from Kiwan. Old time. Kiwan is a local artist, man, from St. Vincent, trying to make it international. Good vibes. Check him out. He's on YouTube. He's on other social media platforms. So check him out. It's Kiwan. It's Keonne. Kiwan. And this track is called Old Time. So go out there, man, and check it out. Yeah, just rocking Kiwan, making sure everything nice, you know. Well, I'm gonna kick this show off. So whenever you get a chance, please don't slight at it. Make sure you listen it. Yeah. You're here with iJohn 784. Yeah. And there you have it. So welcome and salutations to all of you who decide to be a part of my family, iJohn 784. So I gotta say welcome and thank you for being here. Thank you for dropping in here. And what I need now is your interaction in terms of your feedback. I'll appreciate it. So try to be on here a little bit more. I'll send out surveys and polls, and you tell me what you want to hear, how and what time is best for you. I know most of you right now are working class people, or you might be at your job. You might be wondering why I'm home, but I'm not all that well. But we'll dive more into that deeper on in the video. All right. So if you're hearing me and you just drop a chat, just drop a one. Just type in one in the comment section so I know that you're hearing me loud and clear. It doesn't make sense. I'm rapping and you're not hearing. So just put one, the number one in the chat, and let's kick this off. So if you're just joining us, I was just listening to a song from the one artist known as Kiwan. It's Keonne, and that song was called Old Time. Now, the topic of the day. How to disappear from social media. How to disappear from social media. And this topic, a very interesting topic. Big up TJ Mackey, TJ Lodge, keep sharing it. Let other people come in and be a part of the High Altitude Show. And the topic, as I was saying, it's how to disappear from social media. I did it. And in this length of this video, I'm going to give you my finding. And at the end, we're going to see if I could seek to give you an answer to the question, how to disappear from social media. So I recently made a post of a picture with me, the same profile picture that's up on my YouTube channel with me and my dog, Zoe, right? And the picture has been getting a bit of traction where people are liking it and everything. So the caption that I put up is that there's always a story behind every smile. And one or two people, they kept asking, what's the story? What's the story? So I promised them that I gotta get on my channel and develop and deliver that story for you. So that's what is story. In December, late November, December, around that time, I started to feel super drained. And also, I was overly obsessed with the scrolling and the swiping. Obsessed with checking my social media pages, my email, just having my phone in my hand. And I tell you, it was time consuming. When I tell you, it's like every time the phone is in your hand, even when there is no notification, you just press the home button and refresh, refresh, refresh. And it was really time consuming, I tell you. I don't know if you can relate to that, but I tell you, it's sometimes there's nothing on your phone and you still just keep scrolling in, scrolling in, scrolling in. Yeah, so that was my problem. So one thing that I learned from an early stage is that you got to be the mirror of yourself always. And you got to pick up when things are affecting your life before others tell you. You should be know yourself so much that you should know when things starting to affect your life in a certain way so that you don't have to wait until someone out there come and tell you, hi John, this is the problem. You should already be looking at yourself. So like I like to say, you should be the mirror of yourself always, right? You know your standards, your principles, you know your priorities. And if you see that you're straying, you should be the one to snap at yourself and to say, get back on your path. Where whenever you lose is that and you have to depend on others to come and tell you, it means you're not in touch with yourself. But it is okay. If you have good people around you, you should still be able to listen to them when you and know when you are off track and you could get back on your path. So I started to feel super drained, as I was saying, and I decided to take a time out. Yeah, I decided to go on a sabbatical, a time out from WhatsApp. Yeah, a time out from Facebook, a time out from almost all social media platform, right? I just decided that I'm gonna disappear from WhatsApp, from Facebook, from Instagram, and you name it. Was it easy? I tell you, it was difficult at first. It was difficult. And you know the reason why it was difficult for me? It's plain and straight. I was addicted. I was addicted to my phone. I don't know if much of you can relate to it, but I was reading an article somewhere where I see they say about 2025, everybody will be addicted to social media slash their phone, right? So it was difficult at first. And then being off social media, I was going through my daily routine, waking up, giving thanks and praise, doing my daily devotion, word of the day, and exercising, going to walk, coming back from walk, getting going to the park to coach my kids, get back home. And the routine was going, and it was a nice routine that I had. And with the routine, it was healthy, it was good. And then whenever you amongst your peers now, you will hear them having like these conversations, and these conversation would stem of things that they saw on social media. So I have this one friend there, Mr. Putin, and he kept on telling me, man, I ain't telling you anything because you are social media. You are social media. And I was like, okay, because there's one important point that I gather from all of that. What they were talking, they were just having social talk. The next trending thing, the next sweetest thing that was happening on social media. Maybe it was news or whatever. But what I realized, not being engaged in it, is that I wasn't missing anything. My friend would tell me, "You're missing out." However, I felt more like if they were missing out on me, right? Because I wasn't missing anything. Yeah. So that was one of the things that I find. Now, you might ask, what are the benefits that I gain from not being present on social media? You might want to know what are the benefits that I gain. Well, just stick with me. Let me just grab this. Yeah, I was a warning there for my light. Let me just get this organized. Just excuse me a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna lose a bit of light there, but no problem. Yeah. So let me get back. So I was just gonna say, what are the benefits? What were the benefits that I gained from being absent from social media during that time? First, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I felt renewed energy. More so, I felt an increase in my creative energy, right? The fact that I was off, I was disconnected in terms of from my phone, in terms of searching on the internet and whatever. I was able to do more meditation and more connection. My connection with the Most High, the connection with my spirit man, it went up. I told you, um, it was building. I could naturally feel a difference in terms of my creative energy. And something that I had, something that I can use as evidence, something that I could use as evidence that showed that my creative energy was actually lifted. During that time while I was out, I was able to spend more time in terms of just going about with my phone, um, not connected to the internet, just to take photos. And during that time, I was able to produce a video. Just it came out of nothing. It was not planned. It was not. It was just nothing at all. I just had my video. I had my phone, and we were actually exercising, walking. Um, my two friends, they are bigger guys than me, um, and they started to get health conscious. Something that we got to do for early and first. You know, your priorities. You got to get your priorities straight. And they decided that they're gonna go on a more healthy path. So they were getting the physical activity in, and I just decided to record them. And from that recording, I came up with a idea to make a video. And cutting the long story short is that this video, when it was released, it was one of my most successful video in terms of views. Well, it's not nothing. It didn't blow viral like a mega video or anything, but it was rewarding for me, knowing where I am starting from, knowing the reason why I'm doing this. It was one of my most successful video in terms of views and more so in terms of being able to hold you, the viewers, attention for over a minute, right? And that's something that with this new YouTube users, it's very difficult now to hold a particular viewer for over a minute. So, but in this video, it's just over 2 minutes, and I was able to get at least 40% of the persons who clicked on the video to watch it up to the end. So during this time, because of the increase in my creative energy, I was able to tap in and to find, and to do something authentic and be able to captivate and capture the minds of my viewers. And it's something that I think I'm gonna continue doing. And but I just got had to come on here and share this with you. Um, in terms of being off, another benefit, I had more time to plan. I had way more time to plan and to get organized in my extracurricular activities, man. Yeah. So the things that I do after work, I had more time, right? It wasn't like I was just on my phone scrolling and wasting time for nothing. So I had more time for that. Another benefit, and this is still stems from the creative energy, I started to write music. Yeah, iJan 784 started to write some music. The genre, reggae, conscious vibes, um, you know, something that I could, a message, something with a message, a positive message that I could get out, right? So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Big up D1 Studio. That's the studio that I'm gonna go and do my recording, and they're gonna do the producing for me. D1 Studio. So look out for that in the near future. You gotta get music coming from iJan 784. Another benefit, I was able with, and this stems from the point that I gave 2 bullets ago. I was able to complete tasks. So with more time that I could plan and get more stuff done, it led to me completing tasks, goals that I set. And this could come on another live, but it just gotta show you a little thing. It's like I had this project I was trying to complete for almost a year now. Bluetooth cancelled. Getting my getting my kitchen sink up and ready. Bluetooth connected. I had already I had already done some work, paid out some money, and when it was finished, I wasn't really satisfied with it. I wasn't satisfied with it and couldn't get it. So at the start of this year, I said that this by the first quarter of this year, I should have this up and running. And so, with being less distracted, more focused, I was able to get this thing up and running. And it was a great feeling. I tell you, a great feeling. I really, really am happy. And that's another benefit, right? Something just want to add. You might be asking, why am I here 2:45 p.m. in the day when I should be at my 7 to 3, or my 9 to 5, or my 8 to 4 job. I'm currently out on sick leave, man, and What I want to say about it is like sometimes in life, whenever you're on, you are on an upward trajectory, sometimes there's some bumps that comes in, right? And those bumps sometimes comes in to try and slow you down. They try to come in and knock you down. But what I like to say is once you have your priorities straight and you have the most high by your side, whenever you get knocked down, you're gonna just get up again. Nothing is gonna keep you down. Yeah. Just borrowing some lyrics there from one of the songs that I use for motivation, minus the alcohol part. But that's a good song to use. Yeah. The Chuba Cuba. Yeah. Um yeah. So that's it. And in terms of what I'm actually encountering here right now and sick leave, I'll go through that in another live. Yeah. But I got to tell you, if disappearing from Facebook was just the first part, you know, the disappearing act in any magic show is the easy part. What I found was the reappearance, the way how I reappeared on Facebook. So after being out of social media and WhatsApp, social media for a while, it was time to reappear. And while and when and to be correct, it was around I spent around 3 to 4 months off. And when it was time to reappear, I decided to download my WhatsApp. I reactivated my Facebook and the other social media. And my Facebook, it didn't survive a week. To be more accurate, I didn't think it survived 2 days, which is just 48 hours. It didn't make any sense to me in terms of my personal WhatsApp, the number that everybody had. It didn't make much sense to me. And I'm sticking to, if you want to contact me and if it's anything of important, you know my number, it's still the same. So you contact me at that number. If you don't have any credit, you call me. I'll return the call, whatever. But being on the WhatsApp and wasting the small talk with a lot of small talks that doesn't add value to my life, doesn't bring in income or anyway, I was so much over it. However, I still have WhatsApp for those of you who might be wondering, but I only use that WhatsApp for my channel. That's my business WhatsApp. So if you got that number and it doesn't concern anything with business, then you know you won't be hearing from me or you won't be getting a reply. Yeah. So I'm now I'm not so focused on social media. Yeah. I decided to to get rid of it. So I don't I don't plan to be in here very long. I'm gonna wrap it up soon. Yeah, we're just about to cross the 30-minute mark. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up soon. So to answer the question, how to disappear from social media. And my findings, and my finding is, my findings are, if you intend to become a social media influencer, a content creator, it's gonna be very difficult for you to disappear from social media. If you allow yourself to get addicted, because like I said earlier, your phone, the internet, social media, it's like a drug. And if you abuse and misuse any drug, whether it may be cocaine, PCP, heroin, whatever, meth, if you abuse and misuse even the over the counter drugs that you get in the pharmacy, the pills, you're going to be addicted to it, right? The opioids, you're going to get addicted to it. So, this is the new drug. Social media is actually the new drug. And if you misuse and if you don't use it to add value or bring income to your life, if you're using it just to waste time, then you're going to be overly addicted to it. And then it's going to be taking up much of your time, and your productivity level is surely gone in a job. Now, I'm not telling you that you got to go and become cavemen, because there's a small percentage of people in the world right now who could say that they don't use and need the internet, right? And those are people who decide to go strictly off grid. But however, if you're a businessman, aspiring businessman, or just thinking about starting up, to build a network, communication, and so, you need the internet sometimes for just send out a simple email, right? So I'm not gonna tell you to live like a caveman, but what you gotta do, you got to manage your time. So right now, I currently have some social media accounts up, but what I do is I try to manage the amount of time I spend on them. So I won't be on Facebook whole day just looking at new feeds, just clicking just for new feeds that I have been. If I make a post on Facebook, if it's one time or sometimes I say twice a day, I check Facebook, that's it. If you're lucky and your message or your notification or whatever, your call or whatever comes within those two times that I'm on, then I hit you back up just like that. However, you gotta wait until if my two time already expire, you gotta wait the next day, right? If it's something very important, I said it earlier. You have my number, hit me up. There's no problem. Yeah. So that's my finding in terms of how can you disappear from social media. Like I said before, it's gonna be very difficult, but however, you got to manage your addiction. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to my show again. I'll be sending out more polls so that you could tell me which time. And before I sign out, I'm just gonna leave you with the song from the one key one again. So take it in.
Ah, boy, here we go again. Another fairy tale. Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. Just gonna get my mixing right.
Once upon a time, there was a
So
supposed
if
to
you're
be
hearing
lovely
me,
couple,
this is
Kiwan
it.
and Shadia.
I'm gonna
He
leave
gave
you
her all
now
that she would ever
with
need,
vibes.
and she did the same. Well, so he thought.
Thank you for
He
listening.
found out that she was
And
living two lives and
please
she was
share,
only using him for
comment,
personal gains. Apparently,
like,
he immediately cut all
and
ties with
leave
her and tried to
your
get her to
feedback
leave.
in the comment
But his parents
section.
refused
Much
to let that happen.
appreciated.
They loved her
Just
so
tell me how
much that
was
he
this
told
show
them
if you
everything he
enjoyed
found
it.
out she was doing, and they believed him not one bit.
So big up Kiwan
They
here
refused to let him chase her
with
out,
the song
so he
called
decided to
Old
leave.
Time.
Let's fast forward. As time went by, he started to believe in love again. He saw beauty at its best and decided to shoot his shot, and this time he was lucky enough to hit the jackpot. They kicked it off instantly and grew closer to each other daily. Eventually, they decided to commit to each other, and it was the start to another love story.
It's just an old time dream and an old time steam, yeah. Old time shorty with that off-white cream. Never intervene when I lace my speed. I've been working so hard trying to chase my dreams, and life got real, so I keep my seal. If you steal my peace, I'm gonna make you bleed. Shorty got the eyes, yeah. She been looking fine. She hit me on so check it out again. It's Kiwan, Old Time. Until next time, it's me, iJohn784, the Up Top Boss, saying peace out and be safe. I know she's smart, so I keep a little tech. She kinda misses, so I always double check. She got